Jesus from me.
25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It is the Wednesday, the 12th day of February 2026. Of course, Gordon Joseph is the name. So happy to be with you this morning as always. Hope you had a great night and that you're up and ready to face the challenges of this brand new day as always. And it's indeed a good day to have a good day. So we are going to start it in a good way as always. It's a Thursday. Heavenly Father, thank you for your mercy and grace which woke us up this morning and kept us safe through the night. For bringing us to a brand new day, we bless your holy name. We remain forever grateful for homes, work, and families and pray that you will send angels to protect us. May you mend every broken heart, touch all those who need help, healing, comfort all who mourn, and bless those with financial needs. In the precious name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. He usually sends two. Let's see the other one. Thursday blessings. Have a lovely day. Every word of God is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Thank you so much, evangelist.
But leave me with him. You can
Reaching out and saying good morning to Yulin Alexander, Mary E. Banks, Jillian McIntyre, Monica Meros Williams, Wendy Williams, Joan Brathwaite Batson, Yoland Swan, good morning, Petlin, good morning, Erlin, good morning, Jennifer Colamo, good morning, Mr. Whiteman, J.C. Whiteman, good morning. All right, hope you guys are having a wonderful a wonderful day. All right, good morning. Hope you are doing excellent. May God walk with you wherever you thread. It's a good day to have a better day. Love you. Only Hartford Village. Good morning, Miss Lyra, Ishu, and Hab, the Abraham and Rennie family in Dunfermline. Good morning, Miss Lyra. How are you doing? Joy and Janice and everybody. Hope you all are doing fine. Mary, good morning. Good morning to you, the wonderful folks inside of Hartford Village in St. Andrew.
set free.
The word of the day today, that word is, let me tell you, that word today is, let me see, let me go there. All right. Okay, I had it here, but nonetheless.
Nobody but Jesus, who in the next life has a mansion for me. Nobody but
all right, the word of the day today, that word is prepared. Prepared. P-R-E-P-A-R-E-D. Prepared. Word of the day, prepared, and it means ready in advance. Yeah, ready in advance, prepared. We always hear Dr. Walters talking about preparedness, being prepared. All right, so it means ready in advance. So in the event something comes, you are there, you are ready. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Families must be prepared for storms and hurricanes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we advocate preparedness. Okay, so thank you. Yeah, prepared. Yeah, ready in advance. That's what the word of the day is today. The motivational tip of the day is up next.
nobody can take away my Lord.
To Lex and the team out there in Japan, good morning from Hashai Exporters. Hope you all are doing fine. Hope you all are having a great day, because it is a good day to have a good day. I think I'm going to dance like a winner man this morning. What's about you? 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Sonia Mathlin Scott, good morning. Walland Aquat, Michelle Daniels, Sherry and Nichols. How you doing, girl? You all right? I'll take the opportunity, and I am prepared to do that. I am ready in advance to do that. To say good morning to the Honorable Ron Redhead for you and the people in the constituency of St. George North East. That's East or West. Yeah. Any case, the Honorable Ron Redhead. Yeah, Miss Nichols, say good morning. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. That's the motivational tip of the day. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. And you know, it's very difficult for some folks to make that distinction. You understand? You want to be successful. You want to drive the biggest cars, the cyber vehicle. You understand? But instead, be of value. And being of value means, what are you contributing to the world? That little neck of the woods in which you live. All right? Be of value. Going out and do things that, you know, your money can't do for you. You know, there are some folks who are so poor that all they can give is money, right? That's a sad state. Jennifer Lawrence, good morning. Wilcia Thomas, good morning. How are you doing? Good morning, Brittany, Daddy Love Child. Good morning, Teacher Dawn. How are you doing? Hope all you're doing fine, you know. Auntie, okay? You're the folks inside of Castine in St. Andrew. Auntie Stella, good morning. Good morning. Pastor Fletcher, good morning to you and the family. Nixon, how you doing, papi? Neela, Nicole, Jason, Jadon, and Jada. Caleb, good morning. Good morning. All right, in the buzz this morning, Carrot Grenada as part of regional outreach. Also, we hear that our finance, the PS in finance, he represents Grenada at ECCB headquarters. In the region, the ruling Barbados Labour Party gets a clean sweep. Mia Amor Motley, 30 of the best. Yeah, the BLP wins election in Barbados. Clean sweep. She's taken a page from the new National Party led by the then leader, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. You study him, you understudied him, right? You know how to... Oh, my goodness. Kudos. Internationally, the suspect in British Columbia, that's in Canada, well, the shooting, that shooter was identified. 17-year-old girl. Man. And in sports, I am triumphant this morning. I'm jovial, I'm happy because West Indies, we defeated England by 30 runs in the ICC T20 World Cup. Yeah, these guys and them, boy, they could give people a heart attack, you know. One day they're down and the next day they're just doing things like that. Gudakesh Moti and Shafin Rutherford, the Guyanese starred with bat and ball. Folks, those are the buzzing stories, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. That comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Grenada, something good is coming. It's closer than you think. A small moment can change your whole day. A new kind of fun is about to begin. Grenada, your day's about to pop.
For 35 years, one name has stood with us. Through the storms and sunshine, we've been by your side. Whether you're on the road, at sea, on site, or at home, with Grenadian General Insurance, confidence comes standard. It's never been a better time to renew and update for added benefits. Join us in celebrating 35 years of safeguarding what matters most. Grenadian General Insurance, 35 years strong. Visit Grenadian General Insurance on Scott Street, St. George's. Call us at 440-2434 or visit Grenadian General.
This morning edition of news for today, Thursday, 11th or 12th February 2026. First, the headlines. CARICOM chair visits Grenada as part of regional outreach. Finance PS represents Grenada at ECCB's headquarters. In the region, Barbados Labour Party, the ruling party, they win the general elections, winning all 30 seats. Internationally, suspect in British Columbia shooting identified. And in sports, Westerners defeat England in ICC Men's T20 World Cup. The details to these and more are straight ahead.
Grenada, something good is coming. It's closer than you think. A small moment can change your whole day. A new kind of fun is about to begin. Grenada, your day's about to pop.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're beginning our final descent to Morris Bishop International Airport. Welcome to Grenada.
Our marketing goals for 2026 are ambitious yet achievable. We aim to drive airlift growth by collaborating with airlines and travel partners to expand seat capacity and routes. Strengthening community and stakeholder engagement is key, as we want to ensure that the benefits of tourism are felt broadly across our islands. Promoting sustainable tourism is a priority, as we encourage practices that preserve Grenada's environment, heritage, and cultural identity. We also want to focus on expanding into new markets while reinforcing our brand's position in existing markets. By increasing engagement and conversion through targeted digital campaigns, enhancing content quality, and building strong relationships with industry partners, we hope to boost brand awareness, improve our reputation, and secure media mentions in our target markets.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
A good Thursday morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. To Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM, we say welcome to this segment. As part of his ongoing regional outreach, CARICOM Chairman and Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Terence Drew, visited Grenada on Wednesday for bilateral discussions with Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. Drew's engagement with CARICOM leaders are aimed at strengthening unity, collaboration, and strategic coordination ahead of the upcoming conference of heads of government from February 24th to 27th, 26 in St. Kitts and Nevis. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Mike Sylvester, is representing Grenada at a special meeting of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank's 8-member Board of Directors held at the ECCB headquarters in St. Kitts and Nevis. The board reviewed the management of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union's foreign currency reserves as part of efforts to protect the region's nearly 50-year-old fixed exchange rate of EC 270 to $1. The meeting was chaired by ECCB Governor Timothy N.J. Antwine. And the Rural Development Unit is inviting farmers in Concord, Black Bay, and Brooklyn areas to attend a practical training in livestock management today at 9 a.m. at Erlin Paul's Farm in Black Bay, St. John. The training is funded by the UK SIF project and will be facilitated by livestock specialist Dr. Bowen Lozan. Interested persons are encouraged to contact the Rural Development Unit for more information. And that brings us to the end of the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. As we turn our attention to the region, we head off to Barbados, where Barbados Prime Minister Mia Amor Motley won her third election victory, with the Barbados Labour Party sweeping all seats of the island's nation's House of Assembly, so says Barbados CBC Radio on Thursday night. Motley's BLP won all 30 seats available, unseating opposition leader Ralph Thorne after the Prime Minister built one of the strongest global profiles of any Caribbean leader and was supported by voters across the country. Our mission, first and foremost, is to stop poor people from being poor and to remove injustice wherever it exists, to create opportunities for people, so said Motley in a victory speech on election night. Surrounded by supporters dressed in red, she announced that Friday would be a public bank holiday in Barbados. The 60-year-old Prime Minister also promised to take care of Barbados's democracy, which last year celebrated 75 years since people earned the right to vote without owning property. Her party has vowed to continue to focus on the economy, cost of living, and the Caribbean nation's place in the international stage or on the international stage. St. Vincent and the Grenadines will begin phasing out its reliance on Cuban district medical officers over the next 3 years. Prime Minister Dr. Godwin Friday made his announcement while presenting the government's first national budget since last year's election, saying the move is part of a wider plan to strengthen and localize the country's health system. He said 4 local doctors will be recruited in 2026 as part of the transition aimed at reducing foreign staffing foreign staffing costs, and addressing the language barriers. Turning our attention now to the international scene. An 18-year-old has been identified as the suspect in a mass shooting in British Columbia, Canada, that left 8 people dead and dozens injured. Police say the suspect, Jesse Van Roostkelaar, was found dead at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. 6 people were killed at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School, while 2 others were found dead at a nearby home. Authorities say the shooting at the home happened first before the suspect went to the school. Police have confirmed there are no other suspects and the motive remains under investigation. And finally, after setting off from Texas more than 15 weeks ago, a band of Buddhist monks have completed their 2,000-mile walk for peace in Washington, D.C. Often walking barefoot and through rain, snow, and severe weather to bring awareness of peace, loving kindness, and compassion across America and the world, the monks' journey captured the public imagination, with hundreds turning out to see them take the final step. We have more in this BBC report.
Their journey began in Fort Worth, Texas last October, when 19 monks set out from their temple with little more than robes, backpacks, and their rescue dog, Aloka. From there, through Louisiana and Mississippi, where they began to pick up followers. After that, they trekked through the South, including Columbia, South Carolina, where the crowd swelled to the thousands as word of their journey began to spread. Later, they reached Richmond, Virginia, and more joined. They walked through rain and snow, averaging around 30 kilometers a day. In all, they traveled across 8 states before reaching their final destination. Their arrival in Washington comes at a moment of deep political tensions in the United States, giving their message of peace more than just a symbolic weight. For many, the walk for peace stirs strong emotions about the current political climate.
We're broken as a society. We're broken as a country. And we need peace.
The monks say their goal isn't to affect policy, but rather to change hearts and minds, and to remind human beings of all faiths that peace doesn't begin with institutions, it begins within each person.
And that concludes the regional and international segment of news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. In our lone sport item this morning, well, celebrations are in order as West Indies moved to the top of Group C at the ICC Men's T20 World Cup after beating England by 30 runs at the Wankhede Stadium on Wednesday. Sherfin Rutherford led the way with his unbeaten 76 as West Indies posted 196 for 6 after recovering from an early collapse that left them 8 runs for 2 wickets. England were then bowled out for 119 overs despite a late unbeaten 43 from Sam Curran. Gudakesh Moti starred with the ball, taking 3 for 33 as the West Indies secured the second win from 2 matches in the group. Well, you know, a lusty round of applause. And guys, keep it going, all right? My blood pressure is lower this morning because of that. And I know I'm speaking on behalf of a number of your supporters here. So keep on going, guys. And that's all the sports we've got for you at this time. We'll have more sports during our luncheon segment and, of course, in our primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster Vondi Cyrus at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Vondi.
Good morning to you and to your listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday, 12th February 2026. It is a fair morning here at the MBIA. Winds are from the east at 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1015.3 millibars. That is above normal and rising. The present temperature is 26.8 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 76%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 29.7 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum temperature was 25.9 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, a trace of rainfall was recorded here at the MBIA. Hence, this month's total remains at 16.4 millimeters. And also got the public weather forecast filed for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. The weather is expected to be generally fair, breezy, and slightly hazy, increasing in cloudiness at times with brief light showers mainly overnight. Today's maximum temperature can be around 30.5 degrees Celsius. Wind easterly to southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in northeasterly swell. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides will be high at 11:30 a.m. and low at 7:30 p.m. Sunset today 6:13, sunrise tomorrow 6:27. Just a recap of the public weather forecast filed for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. The weather is expected to be generally fair, breezy, and slightly hazy, increasing in cloudiness at times with brief light showers mainly overnight. From the Met Services, this is Vondi Cyrus. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Vondi. Have yourself a wonderful day now. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Get unbeatable value you'll love. Find it only at Quartz. We've got the best range in appliances, electronics, furniture, and so much more with the best quality and the best prices. Get a free gift with purchase on select items. Save 20% on select bases when you purchase the matching mattress. Take advantage of great deals and huge savings. Treat yourself. Keep your cash with Quartz Ready Finance. Unbeatable value only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2026.
It's 3 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news. A recap of the headlines. CARICOM chair visits Grenada as part of regional outreach, and Finance PS represents Grenada at the ECCB's headquarters. In the region, the ruling Barbados Labour Party gives a clean sweep at the poll in the just concluded elections. Internationally, suspects in British Columbia shooting identified. And in sports, West Indies defeat England in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Thursday, the 12th day of February 2026. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you all a productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we're with you anywhere and everywhere. To Graphics and your team, thank you so much for joining us. Have a good day now, everybody. Bye-bye.
For 35 years, one name has stood with us. Through the storms and sunshine, we've been by your side. Whether you're on the road, at sea, on site, or at home, with Grenadian General Insurance, confidence comes standard. It's never been a better time to renew and update for added benefits. Join us in celebrating 35 years of safeguarding what matters most. Grenadian General Insurance, 35 years strong. Visit Grenadian General Insurance on Scott Street, St. George's. Call us at 440-2434 or visit grenadiangeneral.gd to get the coverage you need.
What you doing? This Valentine, celebrate under the stars at Love Fest. Saturday, February 14th at Quarantine Point Recreational Park from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Featuring all the way from Antigua, Burning Flames. Also live, Sabrina Francis, Rita, and Ultimate Perfections Band, Pan Wizards, and more. General admission starts at $100. Grab a couple special for only $180 while stocks last. Tickets are available at Grenadian Optical, Eventbrite, and GoToFed.com. Upgrade your experience with our bottle service, Sweetheart Table for Two, or a more private Cupid's Cabana. Our Love Fest partners, Lashington Agency, Sunrise Airways, Netherlands Insurance, GBN, Boss FM, Grenada Tourism Authority, Flow. Produced by Upstage. Love Fest is on Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th, starting 6 p.m. at Quarantine Point.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Camahorn Boat, a powerful multimedia production presented at Carafesta 15, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. One big performance only at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, 7th March at 7 p.m. The Camahorn Boat is the ship of state, Grenada, sailing to its destiny. The Camahorn Boat is a call for unity, an exciting story about patriotism played out by Grenada's best acting talents, featuring Samuel Ogilvie, Robert White, Debbie Gilchrist, Bianchi Toussaint, Dillian Walters, and others. Come out and join us in celebrating our Grenadianness on Saturday, 7th March, 7 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Admission almost free. Advance tickets are $50, $65 at the door. Your ticket outlets: Giddens Pharmacy Grand Anse, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceline Mall, Mitchell's Pharmacy Grand Anse, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George, and other places. Bring out the entire family and enjoy a wonderful evening of Grenadian theater on 7th March at Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
For when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Grenada, Something good is coming. It's closer than you think. A small moment can change your whole day. A new kind of fun is about to begin. Grenada, your day's about to pop.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency, unlocking the possibilities.
Say good morning to those of you moving around the nation's roads. Yeah. And you're trying to make that early run for it, as if I could put it that way. Not wanting to get all taken up in the traffic. Well, lucky you. Hope you don't get, caught in the traffic this morning. Usually you know what time it usually picks up that extra piece, as you would say. So you're giving yourself that ample time so that you can get to work or probably drop family members off. Stay with us here, folks. Classic Radio, GBN TV. We got the traffic report coming up shortly. Let me say good morning to those of you who are just tapping in via our social media platforms, whether it's a Facebook page, YouTube channels. Good morning. Those of you also via GBN's webpage. Lots of times we don't set to shout you folks out in particular. Good Thursday morning. So we certainly are waiting the traffic report. Soon as it pops in, we certainly will, of course, throw it out to you and let you have a comprehensive look at what the traffic would be like for today. So, folks, we got lots in the lineup for this morning. Stick around for that. I'll be with you for a wee bit this morning, so stick around with us here on Classic Radio. GT with you, folks, especially those of you who are, of course, getting yourself moving this morning. Once again, good morning. Yes, trying to hold it down as our good bro, Innocent Wood, in the morning. Yes.
My name is Dr. Abigail Noel, and I am the head of department at the Accident and Emergency Department. One thing I love about Mount Sinai is their spirit of collaboration. They came in with ideas that have transformed our department in real time. The implementation of ID bands for every patient that comes through the emergency department. That has decreased patient errors. They have implemented defibrillators on every ward. Thus far, 128 staff members have been trained in defibrillator use. The huddle system is basically small meeting with all team members. It improves communication between staff members as well as with patients. This transformation means everything to the emergency department and by extension the health system.
Welcome back once again, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. It's it's Good Morning Grenada. I gotta get myself together with, of course, the Good Morning Grenada, and of course, it's time for the traffic update. We have Sergeant Troy Paul with us this morning. Let's say good morning to Sergeant Troy Paul. Sergeant, good morning, and how are you doing this morning?
A pleasant morning to you, also to our listeners this morning, and it's a blessed day this morning, and I am doing extremely well this morning.
Well, no stranger to who is talking to you, but maybe not in this particular time of the morning. But let's hear what's up with the traffic this morning. How is it looking like?
Yeah, this morning, relates to the traffic updates as we bring the traffic updates so that motorists, especially drivers and pedestrians, can know what is happening in the trial and state of Grenada as it is to traffic. This morning, we already start seeing some movement of traffic, a little bit up the orthodox this morning, where we have a little more traffic, but it's moderately flowing, but it's a little more movement this morning as it is to vehicular traffic at this particular time. However, as I have stated, it is moderately flowing in most of the areas, and especially all of our towns, and at Ayrsa Joining Road in the trial and state of Grenada, and Carriacou and City-Matic at this moment. So at this time, vehicles can freely move from one place to the other, or wherever destination that you're heading, as it relates to vehicular movement at this time. We're also seeing some pedestrian movement, especially in our town at this moment. So persons are moving a little bit hereabouts, getting to work or whatever location that they're heading. But as it stands right now, most of our traffic is moderately flowing. However, we know with the exception of the Caledonian Public Road, where we have a little bit traffic more than that moderate flowing traffic. It is not bumper to bumper at this moment, but it is flowing a bit heavy than the moderate flow of traffic at this moment. As we dive right over to St. Paul's, that area already we start seeing a little bumper to traffic there. It is not that heavy as we normally would expect on a morning, but it is bumper to bumper traffic, and we do expect that those traffic to get a little bit heavier as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. As we dive right into the accident state for the past 24 hours, we do have a total of 7 minor accidents reported for the past 24 hours, and they are as follows. We have 3 minor from the traffic department. St. Paul's had 1 minor accident. The South Policing District had 3 minor accidents and 1 road fatality, and I must say that we did have a fatality which resulted in the death of 1 male driver from Fontenoy. It was unfortunate, and we do want to send our condolences to the family, friends of the person that passed away as it relates to that accident. We just want to encourage drivers to continue to drive safely along our nation's road. Let us obey speed limit signs, and let us do what we have to as it relates to getting to our destination safely and alive. In addition to that, we do have cruise ships in our port today. We expect to have at least 2 cruise ships in our port today, where we will definitely have visitors on our shores, especially in our towns and most of our tourist hotspot areas. So again, we want to encourage Grenadians to give them warm Grenadian hospitality, and let us drive cautiously, especially in those areas, as we noted as hotspot areas. Most of them would be in our town, in the town of St. George's, and they're moving along. So drivers, let us drive extremely cautious, especially in our town. But as we head back on to the accident stage, the traffic update, as we know what happens as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, we're definitely going to have an increase in the volume of traffic as persons head to the workplace, where most of our persons work at 8 o'clock or 9 in those areas, but we definitely will see that increase in coming to most of our towns and all its adjoining roads. But we definitely will have officers and wardens in most of the areas to assist in the regulating of traffic. so that person would have that easement in traffic as they head to their destination. But we know that as we advise persons that they must leave home a little bit earlier and drive moderately, drive in a manner that is conducive for our road network and so forth, so that they can arrive alive. But more so, we want persons to get to their destination safely and on time. But we know what happens as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour with the movement of traffic. It will definitely be increased. But as we said, officers and wardens will be in strategic position to assist. Again, as we said, please leave home earlier. And persons who have not left home as yet, please do so, or you'll definitely be late for work. And as we on traffic road safety, we want to appeal again to drivers to continue to drive safely. And there's a question at GT that we will ask every morning, and we'll continue to ask it this morning. And it goes like this.
If you're texting.
If you are texting.
Who's driving?
Or doing any other thing while driving, we beg that question. Then who is actually driving that vehicle?
Well, I hope a lot of folks have that particular way of saying it every morning. Yourself and Innocent, and I'm tapping in on it this morning. I hope it has something a whole lot, and folks are taking heed to it. If you're texting, who's driving? Sergeant Paul, thank you once again. Have a great morning, and do this again hopefully tomorrow. All the best to you, sir.
Thank you very much, and have a blessed day to you and your entire team at GBN.
All right. Thank you once again. Hey, folks, that was Sergeant Paul with us this morning from the Traffic Department. Of course, it was a traffic update. Once again, folks, as the Sergeant mentioned, if you're texting, who's driving? And as you move along on the nation's roads this morning, don't forget to be a defensive driver also. Yes, it could suddenly save your life and the lives of others. Hey, folks, we due for that break. Let's take it when we come back. We got some guests in the studio, folks, so stick around for that. It's Good Morning Grenada. We'll be right back after the break.
The amendments to the existing Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act shall allow for the decriminalization of cannabis in Grenada. It permits the possession of up to 56 grams of cannabis and 15 grams of resin for individuals aged 21 and older.
The amendment allows for the growth of up to 4 cannabis plants per household for medicinal, therapeutic, or horticultural purposes. The amendment provides legal framework for the Rastafari use and cultivation of cannabis as a sacrament in registered places of worship and at exempt events.
Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act also mandates the expungement of past criminal records and the immediate discontinuance of pending court cases for minor cannabis offences.
The amendment replaces criminal charges for those aged 18 to 20 with mandatory rehabilitation and counseling, ensuring no criminal record is created for young adults. Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act centers on the decriminalization of cannabis and not full legalization.
For more information, kindly contact the Cannabis Secretariat at cannabiscommission@gov.gd. The Cannabis Secretariat, guiding responsible cannabis use and awareness.
The countdown is on for the most exciting relay showdown in the nation. The IMA National Relay Meet, started for Saturday, February 21st, 2026, 3 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come witness speed, relentless competition, and heart-pounding relays that will keep you at the edge of your seats from start to finish. The island's fastest teams will battle for glory, but who will rise to the top and claim the prizes? You have to be there to see live. Admission finish line $50, main stand $30, secondary stand $20, and bleachers $15. Children 12 and under pay $15 for main and secondary stands and bleachers. Get your tickets. Feel the speed. The IMA National Relay Meet 2026, the ultimate relay experience.
Serve
Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Get unbeatable value you'll love. Find it only at Quartz. We've got the best range in appliances, electronics, furniture, and so much more with the best quality and the best prices. Get a free gift with purchase on select items. Save 20% on select bases when you purchase the matching mattress. Take advantage of great deals and huge savings. Treat yourself. Keep your cash with Quartz Ready Finance. Unbeatable value only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2026.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers, once again. It's Good Morning Grenada. Of course, GT with you this morning. Just holding it down for this morning for my good bro, Innocent. And with me in studio, I have, of course, Pastor Prince. And they say it's okay by going by the first name basis. And Nigel, Pastor Prince and Nigel. Good this morning. Gentlemen, how are you doing this morning?
Well, great. We're doing great. Let me say good morning to all the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. We have just celebrated 52 years of independence, and we are happy.
Can you slip me saying happy independence to you folks? You know, we're still in that celebratory mood. It's just been a couple of days since we celebrated our 52nd anniversary of independence, so I'm still in that celebratory mood. But this morning we're here in a capacity to speak about, of course, that fundraising concert that is coming up. All right, but it also entails. It started off with, of course, on a different angle. If I'm right about saying that, give us a little bit of synopsis of how this whole thing started.
Well, His Grace Ministries, we do needy breakfast in secondary school in the town of St. George, in particular in St. George's, and it was born out of counseling that I was doing within the secondary schools, and these children were coming to school. They wouldn't settle down in the class. They would walk out on teachers. They were a little bit ill-disciplined. They wouldn't do the homework as they ought to. So when we counseled with them, and after I did a case history, I discovered the problem was that these children, they didn't have a breakfast.
And that's true, because sometimes we as adults, if we haven't started our morning in that particular way, agitated we could be. And think about the younger ones, they could be a bit agitated also. So it was born out of that. You, I just mentioned, you're doing the counseling and so forth, and you saw the behavior of those youngsters, how they're behaving. And it started, how was the process going thus far? From when it started to where it's at now?
Well, we started in 2024.
2024?
Yeah, 2024 we started, and we started with 3 secondary schools involved, and then now we have added one more. And the program really identified with our initiative, our mission, saving lives. So as a result of that, we have been seeking to feed approximately 200 children within the secondary we work with, trying to meet the need.
How is assistance for this particular program? Let's focus on the breakfast. How is the assistance coming along?
Well,
I mean, I know it could be a very heinous job.
Yes, the assistance come primarily from the church, from individual donors and supporters of the initiative, and also from quite a number of the businesses within the state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Martin, and sometimes from overseas. Yes, so we're very thankful.
All right. So our chief focus of conversation this morning is that fundraising concept.
Yes.
Which is scheduled for March the 5th, 2026. And of course, when you talk about concerts and that's where Mr. Nigel slips in there.
Yes.
He slips in there. Yeah. Tell us about the initiative and why you decided to have this particular fundraising concert.
Yeah, so the concert will be the secondary school breakfast concert.
Secondary school breakfast concert. Okay.
Which means that if we work harder and we help ourselves, we can feed more children. That is maybe one of the major goals, to keep the program so we can provide better services for the student.
All right.
Myself started with Pastor Preside. No, when he started the program, because I was there maybe a year or two before that. We started the Still Drum program, which is teaching gospel music to young students.
Okay.
So right now we have children at the age of 5 playing the steel drum.
All right.
They have their group, and then we have also a senior group as well. Now that will be one of the components that persons will hear in Grenada will be able to hear the students perform on that stage.
All right.
The church also have a violin program, which Mrs. Prince is a musical teacher. So that
actually teaches to play the violin.
That's right.
All right.
Along with piano. So you can hear the combination is going to be excellent. Music is going to be coming there at the GBS's concert.
And so, I'm assuming it will be a combination of schools participating?
That's exactly right. So schools like GBS's, Happy Hill Secondary School, the Anglican High School, and the
Wesley College.
So it's basically mostly on secondary schools that are the ones participating in this concert.
That's right.
No, there will be a number of guest performances from artists. We expect the Wester Hall Music Academy and some great talented musicians and singers and dramatists to be at the concert. So really, as we seek to raise funds to strengthen the program, to develop the program, and to expand the program, and to help students who are in need, so that we can really facilitate and fuel learning, because we recognize that within the school, if a child doesn't have a breakfast, it's difficult for him to settle down and learn. So we seek to really raise funds so that we can help in that regard.
All right, great. And as you mentioned, it will entail music, poetry, drama, and all of the various schools. Of course, these different components from the school will all be coordinating together.
Yes.
Of course, it should be an exciting outing.
Right.
Yes.
And one of the things, most of you haven't heard me perform. I've been playing since from the age of 5.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. So you would want to hear a little bit of myself.
All right.
On that concert as well, including music teachers who actually teach the violin program. We have a young man who is from, I think from Cuba, Jamaica, who is a violin teacher. And I have heard him, and you have to hear him yourself. So there is as appearance on the concert will be on different level. We have young students from the age of 5 coming up all the way to professional folks. It is a concert that you can really, most of you cannot miss.
All right. What would be some of the key features of this activity? You spoke of the violin, and what would be that key performance that folks should really look forward to?
So we're looking at person who can perform poetry, good poetry act. Persons you may get a dramatize some effects on a lot of these poetry works. But we have the steel drum.
Yeah.
So we have 2, a junior side and a senior.
Well, as you mentioned the secondary, so but there you said a junior, so I'm assuming a primary school band will be also.
No, I'm talking about steel drum. So steel drum has two components in our program. We have
so
the junior and the senior
members. All right.
And they're very. You would be amazed about the students at 5 and how they coordinate the sound.
Yeah, GT, I tell you, one evening I came by there and there is a 5-year-old. She was closing her eye and playing the pan.
Interesting.
I mean, she was just into it, and I was so amazed, at her performances. And another thing that really amazed me was that we took some kids who weren't doing so well in school, who wouldn't even listen, and we recognized that they had an interest in the steel pan. And now, if they want to play the steel pan, they have to learn to listen. And now, if you hear these students' performance on the pan, and some of these same students will be performing at the concert on March 5th at the GBSS auditorium. So people can come and expect to be treated well, and also you're given to a worthy cause.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, there's that saying that, when youngsters get themselves involved in those extracurricular activities, it aids in their
discipline. Yes.
Discipline.
Yes.
And even in the educational level.
Yeah, the academic performances.
Performance, it gets a boost from that.
Yeah.
You understand? How is that? How in you folks teaching, and especially Mr. Nigel, you doing the course? I'm sure you have seen children who has gotten themselves involved in those activities. You have seen a shift in their discipline, their performance in their curricular activities and so forth. How has that played a part?
Well, I interviewed one or two of the principals in the school, and they say, well, the breakfast program is an answer to prayer.
All right.
And the students are they earlier in school. There is less walking in and out of the classroom, and they know now that they're able to concentrate and settle down, and also the capacity to learn has come a long way.
All right. All right. So you will say that those activities is a plus for schools.
Yes.
Inclusive of the breakfast program, because you can't do nothing on an empty stomach.
No.
You can't do anything on an empty stomach.
That is true.
So the breakfast program, and then the extracurricular activity like the music and so forth has certainly helped them to propel in that different direction.
Yes.
Well, what you would examine, you wouldn't bother with the 5-year-old and students like that to deal with.
You'll understand their behavioral pattern.
Because most of the students could not control their thoughts to be here because it's just like something is moving, and there's nothing wrong with that. But now you have to let the student recognize what is important for them to do at that particular moment, which means that they focus on what you teach them to focus on something that is important. If they're playing, you teach them to play. If they come in the classroom, there must be a focus level in the classroom. So that we found that student mind can be, and that is just natural. So at the very young age, and to get the student to sense the importance of that order is a very important thing, that you are correcting that student mind and you're training their mind now to actually observe information. And one of the key is listening. Song is about listening, and when you can get them to hear, you can teach a student anything. And this is what we found that students at 5 years old that you may not consider to be in a classroom for steel drum, we realize that you can change their thoughts by teaching them how to hear the sound
and their behavioral pattern,
and that also their thoughts about And then the other thing is that a rhythm is important to a timing and balance also. I mean, as much as it is, these little principles that we don't consider as important, if we don't have music and that time beat to go along, there can be a lot of confusion. So all of that is discovered, that if you give the children the time in which they move as a way to balance the system. So the music is contributing to that at a very young age.
All right. Yeah. I would like you to re-emphasize, of course, on the event coming up once again. That's on March the 5th. Tell us.
Yes, on March the 5th, we have the concert at the GBSS auditorium. We are appealing to the public to come out and support in a big way on March 5th. That's a Thursday afternoon. We look with favor to begin at 5 p.m. and there'll be music, drama, and poetry, and much more. We have a lot of outstanding, talented, and gifted artists who will be performing, even some from the schools that are involved in the breakfast program. So we're encouraging you to come out. Now we have tickets that also are available by individuals, and if you come at the music school, we have tickets there, and also at the thrift shop there on Lucas Street, just by the traffic light, opposite the traffic light. Okay. There you come in there, you get a ticket. Adults $20, children $10. So we're asking that you make a contribution to this worthy cause. We want to ensure the nutritional well-being of our students, and that also the academic performance and the overall well-being of the students. So we very much appreciate it for all those who have been contributing before within the business sector of our economy, and we look forward to a new ones coming on board and being a part of this tremendous secondary school needed breakfast program.
All right, great. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you for popping in. I wish all the success with the event. So we hope that they get attended, especially the parents comes out, of course, well-wishers comes out and support the event, and let it turn out to be a grand one.
Right. And in addition, you can also pick up your ticket from the optical. Most tickets are available.
I'm assuming tickets will also be available at the door if folks intend to pay at the door. You can do that also. Sometimes time constraints, you don't get to go to the particular ticket outlets, so you can pay at the door if you like.
Yes.
Thank you once again, gentlemen, and best wishes, and hope you have an enjoyable day for the rest of the day today.
Okay, thank you, and we appeal to the public. We're looking forward to see you on March 5th at 5 p.m. at the GBSS Auditorium.
All right. Hey, folks, it's due for a break. Let's take that break. It's Good Morning Grenada. We'll be right back with much more. Stay with us.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's
The amendments to the existing Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act shall allow for the decriminalization of cannabis in Grenada. It permits the possession of up to 56 grams of cannabis and 15 grams of resin for individuals aged 21 and older.
The amendment allows for the growth of up to 4 cannabis plants per household for medicinal, therapeutic, or horticultural purposes. The amendment provides legal framework for the Rastafari use and cultivation of cannabis as a sacrament in registered places of worship and at exempt events.
Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act also mandates the expungement of past criminal records and the immediate discontinuance of pending court cases for minor cannabis offences.
The amendment replaces criminal charges for those aged 18 to 20 with mandatory rehabilitation and counseling, ensuring no criminal record is created for young adults. Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act centers on the decriminalization of cannabis and not full legalization.
For more information, kindly contact the Cannabis Secretariat at cannabiscommission@gov.gd. The Cannabis Secretariat, guiding responsible cannabis use and awareness.
Grenada, something good is coming. It's closer than you think. A small moment can change your whole day. A new kind of fun is about to begin. Grenada, your day's about to pop.
My name is Dr. Abigail Noel, and I am the head of department at the Accident and Emergency Department. One thing I love about Mount Sinai is their spirit of collaboration. They came in with ideas that have transformed our department in real time. The implementation of ID bands for every patient that comes through the emergency department. that has decreased patient errors. They have implemented defibrillators on every ward. Thus far, 128 staff members have been trained in defibrillator use. The huddle system is basically small meeting with all team members. It improves communication between staff members as well as with patients. This transformation means everything to the emergency department and by extension the health system of Grenada.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand.
If you're already there and you settled down, good morning. I'll be moving up to 15 minutes before the top 8. And I think we may have exhausted our guest list for today, which means, of course, you listeners and viewers out there, give us time for some time for a conversation this morning. 435-2041, 435-2041. There's something you may like to speak about. Not any particular subject matter in mind for myself, but I give you that option to start a conversation this morning. We do have our first caller. Let's go over to the phone line and say good morning to the caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, GT. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear. How are you this morning?
Good this morning, but my spirit is troubled because of what is happening to our people.
Yes.
Because while on the one hand you have the chairman of CARICOM paying a visit to Grenada and probably other places to talk about unity, we are displaying as a region this unity. The news that came through your network this morning about St. Vincent plans to phase out the Cuban support, medical support. It's very worrying because it means that the Caribbean or CARICOM or the region is being run by a bully. And in spite of what the folks try to pretend, it's sad. I feel very, very distraught because the question has to be asked, when we phase out the assistance that we get from a country that has been persecuted for so long, who make the sacrifice to help us, who can we rely on? We have seen our experience in Grenada with the U.S. One of the first things they did was to destroy our archives through Radio Free Grenada. We don't have that. There are many things that could have helped to keep our spirit high, which is not there. And what they gave us, I'm at the house. For want of a better way to express it at this point in time. And they've been poaching our health workers, our teachers, our personnel. because rather than train the people, because I mean, it costs more. It costs so much. They allow our people to train our people at our expense, and then poach them for a few dollars, extra dollars. So I don't know how to express. I'm feeling so much pain that. I don't know what to say, GT. It's very worrying, and it seems as though most of our people are asleep. They are asleep. They have drink some pill or some drink or something like that, because we all in the region should be rising up, not violently, but confidently, and saying enough is enough. Now, when the dust is settled, what will we say to our children? How it is said that the polar is worse than the thief, and it seems as though Caribbean leaders, regardless who they are polling with the thief. Thank you, GT, for your patience.
Thank you also, and I certainly understand where you're coming from. 435-2041, 435-2041 is Good Morning Grenada, and a comment from someone via the WhatsApp. They're saying, "Morning, GT. Music is one of the greatest inventions. Steel pan is high on the list of one, and the difference between TNT and Grenada is that they spend more money on it." Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Good morning, caller, you're live. Caller, good morning. Let me see if it's having an issue there for some reason. Not sure what happened there, but I think I knew what happened. Let me try that caller again. Caller, you're live. Good morning and welcome.
Hey, GT, morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm blessed. I'm calling from Paradise.
All right.
Now, you have a problem in Cuba right now with fluid in any case for a plane, and then they come in and they can't go back out. So, at a plane diver from Cuba right now in any case, to America pressure from Venezuela, no oil for Cuba, and Cuba days down and all kind of thing. Why the Caribbean islands sleeping? The islands in the Caribbean, why they sleeping? Because they have to help Cuba. I told them in the past already, bring Cuba into CARICOM, because Cuba is a part of the Caribbean island, and who like it. But when we leaders, the young leaders who come, I find they coward and weak heart, man. They ain't strong as the past leaders and things.
What more do you think the Caribbean could do to assist Cuba, in your opinion?
Well, they have fluid in the country. They should be fluid to Cuba. They have every fluid in the country. Send some to Cuba. That's what Cuba need. Plane could come in, but it can't fluid to go back out. So they refrain from coming to Cuba right now.
All right.
So the problem.
All right.
We as CARICOM, I find the leaders who come in power right now, I find it very soft. Imagine St. Lucia. Prime Minister was there before. Send people. This one coming in now was Trump in power, but he say no more students going to study in Cuba. Care what America say you own the country. I find them guys they're very weak and thing, man.
Thank you.
Very weak.
Thank you, caller. Thank you a whole lot.
I have a point again to America again. White House for the years running. But 200 years operating, 200 years ago operating. Imagine them have a country sanctioned for 66 years. Cuba for 66 years in embargo, and a country because they lose a war against them. So what White House really doing with them is godly people, or them is Satan, or them is devil. I think White House look at the devil people, they want to be Satan. To be having a country with 66 years embargo, suffering in this modern time, and the whole world is sleeping and say America do what they want, White House do what they want. They have a United Nations. They break all the laws in the United Nations and nobody does nothing.
All right, cool. I want to say thank you so much. I understand where you're coming from, and though of course it seems to a point that is touching you very deeply. But good morning to you.
That's advantage to the world, man. That's advantage.
All right, have a good morning.
Bless you, man.
All right, thank you so much. 435-2041. Let me take time to say good morning to the BLP out of Barbados. Congratulations, of course, to Prime Minister Mia Mottley on the victory at the polls. Let's go back to the phone line. Call via WhatsApp. You're live. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, GT. How are you?
Doing good. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm pretty good, thanks. GT, I'm just calling about the accuracy of the traffic update. Yesterday morning, classic example. the traffic was crawling in Calavini, Springs, Woodlands, Grandans Valley, Woburn because of an accident in Woburn, in Woodlands.
But was it at the time that the traffic update was of course being announced?
The traffic was being announced. The traffic was crawling, and there you had the officer saying that there's not much traffic on the road this morning and so on. And I'm beginning now to question the accuracy of these reports that we get on mornings.
All right. Well, that's why I asked if the traffic was having that issue at the particular time that the traffic update was been, of course, announced. So if it was happening at that time, well, of course, that needs to be corrected. But if it was after, then I guess the officer would not have that information at hand at the same time.
Yeah. So it was at the same time.
All right. Well, usually there's that drone footage. Maybe at the time the officer didn't have that drone footage to actually, view what was taking place. So that could be corrected. Thanks for your observation. Thank you so much.
Yes. Have a good day.
You too. You too. All the best. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah. You asked a question earlier on concerning what the Caribbean can do for Cuba or to help Cuba. When you look back at life, our ancestors must be turning in the grave because they went through so many struggles to help us live the kind of life we live in today. The biggest problem why the Caribbean can't do anything to help Cuba because they're not together. They all pragmatize. And all about money. Because all the islands prayed to stand up against America. If they come together as one, and you talk to one, you talk to all. The Caribbean could do a lot to help, including South America. America don't control us. And all they're doing is because of American dollar. All the islands, all the leaders in the Caribbean. I'm not talking taking none out of it. They're all studying money. But they're not talking what could happen to the generations in a few years to come. America could take us and throw us back in Africa because that's where our ancestors come from. They don't care about you. You understand? And the only how they could help Cuba and help ourselves is by coming together and stand up against America. Unless America own Grenada and own the rest of the world, the rest of the region. You understand? There's a lot of other things and a lot of other places we can get help from. Cuba have, right now in Grenada alone, most of our doctors and lawyers were studied in Cuba. They're talking about the language barrier. How did they study and gain the profession? I believe at the end of the day, it's just hypocrisy. Hypocrisy and about money. They need to, all leaders in the Caribbean, putting none of it, they need to stand together to help Cuba.
Why do you feel we are not getting them speaking under one voice? Why do you feel that way?
Because I said it because of money. They all feel if they talk. If they talk individually, they're going to be sanctioned.
Do you feel there's anything else besides the money that is causing them not to be speaking under that one voice? Well, anything else really besides the money? We understand that part of it, but
yeah.
But do you feel there's anything else that is obscuring them from speaking under one voice?
Well, I believe the only thing I could think of is they don't have the balls to stand up and talk together as one. They don't have the balls to come together as one unit and face America head on. It's unfortunate. Anyhow, the next thing I'd just like to talk about is it's to do with the customs. And it's sad to see that we have customs officers who is doing a daily job at the different points in Grenada when the oil tankers come in. And I spoke about it before, and it's still nothing has been done by Rubis and Saul. These people have to go and beg somebody to use their washroom. And it's not degrading that we have a customs where the people go to protect Grenada, and they don't even have a place to relieve themselves. Whether the sun or rain, they have to shelter on the tree or something like that. I'm calling on the customs to approach the head of the customs to approach Saul and Rubis. You're working on behalf of them, even though you may have to contribute, but put something in place for the men and women who is going to protect Grenada whenever they have the oil tankers in. It's sad and it's degrading and disgraceful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. And I certainly hope that gets rectified pretty soon. It's not the first time I'm hearing the caller speaking in reference to that. Someone is saying, good morning, Mr. GT. Please ask our government when they phase out of the Cuban health providers, who will be replacing them? Are we supposed to just die? That's an interesting comment there. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller Live, we just have a few more minutes before we take a wrap for today's edition of Good Morning Grenada. Caller Live, good morning.
Yeah, pleasant good morning to you, GT.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, well, the thing about Cuba, what is that? So we back on Cuba now. You know that they have an old saying, ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft. Cuba help us in all situations. We build the airport, they do all kind of things. And the Prophet Maurice Bishop had said that if the American invade and come and have we as the backyard, is doom days we going through.
But do you believe that they're actually turning their back on Cuba? I mean, I beg to differ with that, but do you believe that they're actually turning their backs on Cuba?
Well, that's what we to do. They want me to turn me back on Cuba because they do what now? The first thing is St. Lucia. They won't be dealing with them because they're sending the doctors to be trained in Cuba. Why is Cuba? These demigods and them, oh God, have mercy upon them. Oh God, man, let me have mercy upon Cuba, man. Long live the people of Cuba.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution also. We may have time to tap in maybe one or two more callers if they come really quickly. I see there's one coming. Let's take this one. Caller Live, good morning, welcome. It's Good Morning Grenada.
Mr. Telesford, greetings.
Good morning to you, sir.
I just like to piggyback on some of the callers this morning in their statements relative to the Republic of Cuba, a Caribbean country, the largest of the islands, a nation that has helped us in this here Caribbean generally. Despite of the nationality, despite of the language, they fit themselves and they have been fitting themselves in and been assisting us at all levels, or education, or professions. But I'd like to end by saying this, the penultimate caller raised a point which is significant and we have to pay attention to. The reasons why our own leaderships in the various islands are literally obeying instructions of the criminal Nazi government of the United States to shun the Cuban people and the government. This is evil, satanic, it's demonic, it's worse than Adolf Hitler. Why would you want to starve a nation of electricity for the hospitals, the schools? Refueling the vehicles for transportation, refueling the planes that bring the tourists into the country for them to survive. Why would the people of another nation want to do that? This is demonic. But our leaders in the Caribbean lack one thing: dignity. They have no dignity. They're nothing but cow towers, ass lickers, ball haulers, suckers to the United States government. And it's unfortunate. They shall suffer for that. But long live the Cuban people. Long live the Cubans. They too shall survive, whether by the grace of God or not. Thank you very much, Mr. Telesford. Do have a nice day, will you?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, and have a great day yourself. Hey, folks, that's what we're going to take a wrap for today's edition of Good Morning Grenada. Of course, join me again at 9 a.m. for To The Point. All the best, folks. Have a good one. That's what we say goodbye. Hey, folks, let's take that break and take a wrap for today's edition.